Hi, good morning all of you and welcome to English class. So today we are going to learn a beautiful lesson and the lesson name is The Clever Crab. The Clever Crab. What is the meaning of clever? Intelligent. The meaning of clever means intelligent. And the important characters in this lesson, it is a story. The Clever Crab is a story and the important characters in this lesson are crane. Crane is the important character and also fish, number of fish. It is also one more important character. Next, crab. These three are the important characters in our lesson. And you see, here I have written an important message for you. Many people think that they are clever, but they don't know that there are cleverer people. Every one of us think. Once again, you see, many people think that they are clever, but they don't know that there are cleverer people. Many of us think that we are clever people. Only I am clever. Only I am clever. I am intelligent person. But we don't know that there are many people who are more intelligent than us. When you realize that many people are there, more intelligent than us or than me, then we can improve ourselves. It is a positive attitude. It is a good quality to think that you are intelligent as well as others are also intelligent. If you think that only you are the one who is intelligent and others are not intelligent, it is not a bad quality. In other words, we call ego. Feeling proud. So, how the proudness, how the ego or how these two qualities will make you to face difficulties in your life, or if you think that only you are clever, what will happen in your life? We will see that in the lesson, The Clever Crab. The Clever Crab will tell a moral or an important message. The important message is this: we should not think that always we are clever. We should consider others also as clever as we are, cleverer than us, and we should improve our qualities as well as identify the good qualities in other people also. So, let us see here, crane is a cruel character. It is a cruel animal, dangerous animal in the lesson. And fish, crab, you know, it is a bird. Crane is a bird which lives with a long beak. It lives with a very long beak. What does it do? When the water is getting dried up in ponds or rivers, it goes there and it catches the fish and eat. By eating fish mainly, crane live. You see, if you in your locality, if there are ponds and if there are any small water bodies, you can observe this. And as well as fish and crab, these are aquatic creatures or animals which live inside of the water. If there is a fresh water, clean water, enough water in a particular area, in a pond or in a river, these two animals can live very happily. If there is less water, if the water is polluted, this animal will struggle. So, this is the background to understand this story, whatever I have given. We did not enter the lesson so far. So, we enter into the lesson and it is very nice lesson. Let us try to understand the lesson and enjoy the lesson and try to learn the moral or good message from this lesson. There was a lake in the middle of a big city. A large fish and crabs lived in the lake happily for a long time. Many factories came up around the lake. The factories polluted the water with waste materials. The fish in the lake were finding it difficult to breathe. So, it is the first paragraph. Once again you see, there was a lake in the middle of a big city. There was a big city. In the middle of the big city, there was a lake. Land was there covered on four side land covered, a water which is covered with the four side land. All around the water, the city is located. Such a beautiful lake or such a beautiful city there was. A large number of fish and crabs lived in the lake happily for a long time. So, there in the lake, there were a number of fish and a number of crabs. They were living very happily because the water was very fresh and clean and the lake was very beautiful. Since the water was fresh and clean, the animals which were living inside, crabs and fish, they were so happy and they were living like that. Very happily they were living and they were enjoying by living in the lake. Many factories came up around the lake. The factories polluted the water with waste materials. The fish in the lake were finding it difficult to breathe. So, after so many years, many factories came up. Many factories came up. So, two words are acting as a verb. When two or more words act as verb, that verb is called as phrasal verb. That verb is called as phrasal verb. I wrote it in a short form, phrasal verb. Phrasal verb means a group of words, two or more words, if they act as a verb, that is called phrasal verb. So, what is the meaning of this verb? This phrasal verb came up means built. Many factories came up means many factories were built in that locality, in that big city or in that big town where the beautiful lake was there. And the factory is polluted. I will write the meaning of lake also. A large area of water, surrounded by land, which means if there is four sides land, in the middle if there is water, that is called lake, which means imagine that it is water on all side of the water there is land. So, this kind of lake was there in the middle of the city, and just around this lake so many factories were built. And because of the factories were releasing smoke, and the factories were releasing waste chemicals, and the waste water, the chemicals and smoke and the waste water which was released by the factories came and joined or merged in the lake water, which means the water got polluted, the water got spoiled because of the chemicals and smoke and the waste water that was coming from the lake. And because of this pollution, because of this water pollution, the fish in the lake were finding it difficult to breathe. Because of the pollution, the fish and the crabs which were living inside of the lake, they were finding difficult to breathe. Here it's another word, B-R-E-A-T-H-E, breathe. Breathe means inhale or take the air inside. Breathe means inhale or take the air inside with the help of our nostrils. If with the help of our nostrils, if we inhale, which means if you take inside some air, that is what we call breathe. When you want to live, we are surviving by breathing in air and breathing out. When you are breathing in, when you are taking inside, you take the air and you keep oxygen inside, and when you breathe outside, which means when you take out the air from inside of our body, you remove the carbon dioxide. We take the oxygen and we remove the carbon dioxide. That is, taking the air inside is called as breathe in. Taking the air from our body, taking out the air from our body is called as breathe out. So here only breathe I have written. Breathe means inhale or take the air inside through our nostrils. Nostrils means the holes which we have to our nose. So the fish which were living in the lake, they were struggling, they were suffering to breathe the air. You all know, fish which live in the water, they take the oxygen inside itself in the water. If the water is fresh, the fish get very fresh air and they live happily. If the water is polluted, they struggle to take the air in. They die very soon. That is why the fish which were living, they were finding difficult to breathe in the oxygen and they were struggling, finding lot of difficult to breathe in. One day, a clever crane lived on a big banyan tree near the lake. It went to the fish and said, "Dear fish, I know it has become difficult to live in this lake. The water is getting dirtier day by day. Very soon all of you will die. A few days ago, I saw a very big lake nearby. The water is very clean and it is also full." So, when the condition of the fish, when the condition of the lake was like that, one day there came near to the lake one crane, a bird which is with very long beak, white in color, which eats the fish. So it came near to the lake and it spoke to all the fish which were there inside of the lake. So actually this crane was a very clever crane and it was living on a big banyan tree, marri chettu. Banyan tree means marri chettu. So the crane was living on a banyan tree. The banyan tree was there just beside the lake and it came there to near to the lake and it spoke to the fish. What did he speak? Let us see here. It went to the fish and said, "Dear fish, I know it has become difficult to live in this lake. Dear fish, I know that you are finding difficult to live in this water because the water got polluted. The water is getting dirtier day by day. Every day the water is getting dirtier. Dirtier means impure, not pure. Every day lot of chemicals and lot of wastewater from the factories and coming and mixing up with the lake water, and the lake water was getting polluted. So the crane came to the fish and said, "Dear fish, I feel very sorry for you because the water where you are living is getting polluted and you are finding difficult to breathe in. So it's not a safe place for you to live. The water is getting polluted day by day. So very soon all of you will die. If this continues for a month, very soon all of you who are living in the lake, you all will die. A few days ago, I saw a very big lake nearby. The water is very clean and it is also full. 1 week ago, when I just went outside, I saw a beautiful lake. I saw a beautiful lake. The water in the lake was very fresh and clean, and the lake is also with full of water. So I feel that if you go there to that lake, you can live very happily and you can have very long life, because the water in the lake was full and it is very fresh and clean water. So I saw the lake just a few days ago, some days ago, which means the crane wanted to make the crane wanted to create the desire in the hearts of the fish to go to that lake. Can they swim on the land and go? No, they cannot. They will take now the help of since the crane had seen the lake, the fish will take the help of the crane to go to the lake. So the crane is also waiting for that. The crane wanted to help the fish to take to the other lake where there was full of water and very fresh and clean water was there. The fish were very happy to hear that. You will take us there, but how can you take all of us? One fish asked. Other waited eagerly for the answer from the crane. When the crane told about the beauty of the other lake, that there is plenty of water and the water is very pure and very fresh, all the fish which were living in this impure water, all the fish which were living in the spoiled water, they thought and they had a very strong desire to go to the other lake, and they wanted to ask the crane to take them to the other lake, and they said, the fish were very happy to hear that. The fish felt very happy to listen the good news from the crane, and they were asking like this, they were talking to the crane like this: you will take us there, but how can you take all of us? Anyhow, since you have seen the lake, you can help us, but how can you take all of us at once there? How can you take all the fish which is there in the pond to that lake? How can you take? One fish asked this question. This question was asked by one fish to the crane. Others waited eagerly for the answer from the crane. When the fish asked the crane, anyhow you wanted to help us, you wanted to take us from this lake to the other lake, how can you take all of us from here to that lake? Is it possible taking all of us at a time? When this question was asked by a fish, the other fishes waited very eagerly. Eagerly means with a lot of interest to know the answer from the crane. Let us see which answer the crane had given for the fish. The crane said, yes, of course, I will take all of you there. What did the crane say? The crane said, yes, of course, I will take all of you. You are all my friends. I will take one by one to the other lake. The crane very cleverly answered the doubt of the fish. The crane said, yes, of course, I have to take all of you from this lake to the other lake, because I wanted to help you. Surely I will take you, all of you. Surely I will save your lives by taking from this lake to the other lake. I will take all of you, but every time when I go from here to there, I can take only one fish. So I catch only one fish with my beak. Beak means long mouth. I will take you by catching you individually. I will catch one fish with my beak, and I will take to the other lake, and I leave, and again I come, I catch with my beak one more fish, and I take there. In this way, even though it takes a lot of time, but I will take all of you there to that lake. Because why These fish want to go there because the water is full in that lake and very fresh water and clean water was there. That is why. I will take you one by one to the other lake. Don't worry, I will take you one by one to the other lake. The fish felt happy. The crane took one fish in its beak. It showed a lake nearby and came back with the fish. The fish told his friends, it's really a nice lake. So the clever crane, one day, what did he do? He caught one of the fish in the pond or in the lake. It wanted to show the fresh lake to this fish, so it caught with its beak one of the fish and it flew into the sky. It went and showed the beautiful lake. The water was very full in the lake and very clean and fresh water was there. And after showing the pure water and full of water in that lake, the crane again brought the fish to the old lake and left the fish there. The fish which had seen the another lake had explained all the other fish about the beauty of the other lake. All the fish listened the words of this fish which has visited the other lake, and it had spread the good news that there is another lake. The water in it is very pure and full of water is there, very fresh water is there. If we go there, we can live happily. If we live here, we all will struggle. Like this, the fish which had seen the lake had explained about the lake to the other fish, and all the fish want to go there and they felt very happy. So let us see what will happen with the other fish and what did the crane do to the other fish in the next class. Thank you for watching.